Welcome back to another video with us here on the Golf Clubs for Cash YouTube channel. Today we're down at Enville Golf Club and I'm joined by John Ruddy, current Birmingham City goalkeeper.
How are you, mate? You okay?
I'm good, thanks mate. Yourself?
Good, good. I'm not looking forward to this, as you're a bandit, so...
Well, I've been told that you're a very good golfer.
Lies.
I also got told you were very tall and I wasn't expecting you to be so tall.
Yeah, it helps.
Absolutely, mate. So what sort of level of golf are you at?
Single figures, but struggle to stay there. So officially 7.3, but don't play enough really to justify that. So yeah, that's my excuse anyway.
I'm still going to take me 3 shots though.
Yeah, no, happy. We'll play fair.
So today we're going to have a 9-hole golf match on the Lodge course here at Enville. And we're going to play stroke play.
Yeah.
And I'll get me 3 shots, yeah?
Yeah, yep.
Sam, let's
Happy.
do it. Oh, that's a hook. And that is miles left. Strike. Shot.
Oh, it's difficult though, isn't it? Because you either go and do that and then you start overthinking it, or you just get straight out and then you've got an excuse why the first couple of holes are warm-ups.
Yeah, expectation though, isn't it? So
Yeah.
like, if you go and hit a few and you're hitting them well on the range, you expect to play well.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't expect nothing when you straight out the car. So obviously you've come straight from training today, haven't you?
Yeah.
So there's your warm-up done.
Yeah. Although the 45-minute drive probably stiffened me up a little bit. But...
This is a case of just taking your medicine, isn't it? Oh, that needs to go.
Go. Go on, roll out. Can't really give him that one.
Yeah, good putt, take that away.
Oh, that's a great roll. Great putt.
So a nice par on the last one there, mate.
Oh, do you know what it is? I tend to start well, fade out, and then finish well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
I'm going to kill myself now, aren't I? Because I'm going to put this straight in the woods. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
What about yourself?
Started when I was like 20, 21, so quite late. I was on loan at Crewe at the time, and I on loan from Everton, and the Crew said, "Oh, we've got a golf day tomorrow, so you can either come on that or go back to Everton and train for the day." And I'd never played golf before, and I was like, "I'll come on the golf day." So
Nice.
I went, and I just got hooked
The
straight away.
choice.
Yeah, just got hooked straight away. Didn't really understand it. I battered it before I started playing. I was like, I don't get it. What's the fascination about hitting a small ball into a hole and that? But the golf bug is real.
Everyone gets the golf bug, don't they?
Crazy.
Again, COVID proved that as well. Like, it was so popular and there was a big boom after COVID. All the golf clubs were full, weren't they?
Yeah, I love it, and I've got my family into it as well. So my kids like to go and play, and I've got my missus into it. So it's nice.
Do you remember what your first set of clubs were?
Yeah, it's just some I think Dunlops from Sports Direct, I think.
Right, okay.
I needed a set quick for the golf day, so I just went straight there and got some. They were probably about this big. But yeah, and then I started taking it seriously, got measured up for a set. And then, just...
Obviously, we'll have a little closer look at what you're using today a bit later on, but I can see some nice clubs in there.
Yeah, some Cobra, got the Cobra irons, they're nice.
Very nice, and a nice little Scotty Cameron as well.
Yeah, it's an extended, so 38 inch, so I don't have to bend over too much.
Right, okay. Because that is an issue for people your height, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, you can play with regular length clubs, but you're going to do your back in, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, who's the lad on tour at the minute? The South African Lamprecht.
Yeah.
Obviously 6'8".
Yeah.
Like, even with his extended clubs, he looks like he's hitting a child set.
Have you seen Crouchy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shank.
Tee shot deserved better, really. Sit. Off the back.
So after that big horrible shank, I've probably still got 50 yards in. Dear.
Go on.
Go, get up.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Unlucky. Take that away.
How has that not dropped? Took that old, didn't we?
Yeah. 4, 5 and 5.
5 and 5, weren't it?
Yeah.
So
Still one up to me.
Still a shot in it, mate, to you. But just looking around, this golf course is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful, and there's 2 here as well. We're obviously on the lodge, but they've got the high gate, and like you see, it's all heathland, heather everywhere, and you know, it's whenever I've played here, it's always been in tip-top condition, and I think that's why it's such a popular course around the area, because even during the winter, they'll do their best to make sure that the tees and greens are fully operational. So,
well, we've spent a couple of hours here, obviously before you arrived, while you were training, and we've had some lunch. They've looked after us great. The pro shop is unbelievable.
Yeah.
They've got everything.
Yeah.
And obviously they've sorted this out for us as well, so massive shout out to them. But this is the 3rd tee. It looks like a short par 4, but with loads of track.
Yeah, so you want to lay up just short of them really, and then the flag's just on the right past the trees. So
okay.
I'm not sure I've got the right club, but
still
my
on
bag's
you,
over
then?
there, so I'm not going to go back.
Strike.
It's gone nowhere, but yeah, great ball. Short.
So tall, you do hit the ball further than most people. But is it annoying it in like a pitching wedge like 170?
No, I don't really do that anymore.
Do you not?
No, I think I've lost my power the older I've got.
Right.
Lack of flexibility. I'm on, to be fair. Will it run down? I'll tell you what, in a month's time that could be in. Just run down the hill. I'll tell you what, I don't know how you've left that short. That was a good putt.
Oh, these just aren't dropping for you, are they?
Yeah, great putt. Can I have the next one? Oh, come back. Yeah, great ball. Shape.
So obviously you were born in Cambridge.
Yep. Yeah, just outside, yeah.
And I think I've seen that's where you started off, is it?
Yeah, so I didn't go in goal till I was 14.
Okay.
Tried to be an outfielder, just wasn't good enough, and then ended up going in goal, and then got picked up by Cambridge fairly quickly. Went and joined their Centre of Excellence at just before 15, and then made my first team debut at 17. So it was quite a quick process, in fairness.
And was that in goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then played the first full season at 17, 18, and then got a move to Everton at 18, which, you know, I'd gone from Cambridge, who had just been relegated to the conference, to Everton, who had just qualified for the Champions League. So the jump in quality and...
So was that 2005, 6?
Yeah. Yeah, it was when they were robbed by Kalina against...
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a big dunk, weren't it?
Yeah.
Scored a perfectly legitimate header.
Yeah.
And it got it ruled out, didn't it?
Yeah, so that was a massive jump for me, and in all fairness, I probably wasn't ready for that step.
Okay.
Which is why I was contracted to Everton for 5 years, but I spent most of that time out on loan, just keep playing, trying to develop, keep trying to improve. And Everton was great for me. I really enjoyed the club. Fantastic people.
And is it tough as a goalkeeper? Because obviously only one person can play in net. I imagine you have a reserve keeper and then maybe a third as a backup.
Yeah.
So there's not many spaces there, is there?
No.
Especially if you're young.
And when you consider when I first went there, you had Nigel Martin, Richard Wright, Ian Turner, then myself, and then Nigel retired. They bring in Tim Howard.
Yeah.
And obviously he's done what he'd done over his career, which was phenomenal, especially for Everton. But to be around those individuals, to learn off those goalkeepers was massive for me, to be fair. And the goalkeeper coach, I had Chris Woods. So it was huge for me. And something I really enjoyed. And I think it's important, as long as you're taking something away from your time anywhere, to try and help yourself in the future. You know, that's the only thing you can do, really. So let's see what you've taken away from this next shot. Still looks miles away.
It is, it's monstrous, isn't it? I'm just going to lay up.
I'm going to have a little look for my ball then.
Yeah, well, nice choice. Whoa. That wind is so strong.
Isn't it? There's a wind tunnel down here as well. Yeah, lovely shot. Lovely shot.
Strike.
Is that off the back?
I can't tell, but I think so. So you did your 5 years at Everton?
Yep.
And then
joined Norwich.
So that's where I noticed
Yeah.
you most from, recognise you
Yeah.
from Norwich.
I mean, that's what most people, you know, I was there for 7 years, 240 games, 2 promotions to the Premier League. You know, it was a really great time, and I still have a lot of affection for the area. I mean, me and my family still live there.
Oh, right, okay.
So, you know, it's something that when I did come to leave Norwich, it was a decision me and my wife made based on, you know, the fact that she was happy there, our kids were happy in school there, and we just loved the area. So it was a fairly easy decision. And then obviously I went to Wolves, another promotion there, which was brilliant. And in fairness, you know, my time at Wolves is probably one I look back with a lot of fondness as well. Even though I didn't play, you know, I was number 2 there for 4 years. But
so I read that you were number 1
for the first season.
For the first season, yeah.
Got promoted and then got promptly replaced. But to be fair, they brought in Portugal's number 1, and then Jose Sá, who arguably should be Portugal's number 1 as well.
Yeah.
So
Great,
you know, the calibre of
really.
goalkeepers they brought in, you couldn't really argue with it. But like I say, really fond of my time there. met some amazing people. The changing room was brilliant, great camaraderie. Manager was top draw. I probably learned more about myself there than at any other club because of the challenges of not playing and stuff. So,
yeah.
you know, it's
Is that difficult being used to playing as number one for so long at Norwich? And then obviously you've gone to Wolves, you've been number one for the first season, and now you're not number one again?
Yeah, I think you have to come to terms with it fairly quickly for the benefit of not just me, but the group as well. And I think when you do look at that bigger picture and going, right, well, is it beneficial for me sitting here sulking, being a bad egg, or can I still have an impact, a positive impact on the rest of the players?
Yeah, yeah.
Try and drive standards from within, which, you know, I'd like to think I did, and you know, I'd hope the players that I played with would agree with me as well. But like I say, that was a challenge in itself because I built the momentum up of being a number one at Norwich, being number one at Wolves,
well,
and then to not.
You got called up for England as well at Norwich, didn't you?
Yeah, so that was obviously a special time in my career and something that I never thought would be possible. So, you know, to be able to do that and have that to look back on, and no one can take that cap away from me. That's
absolutely.
Sitting in my house at the
minute.
And
it was a win as well.
Yeah,
against
you know,
Italy,
it was 45 minutes and we won the game 2-1. I kept a clean sheet. I always like to add that bit as well.
100% clean sheet record for England.
That's it.
Love that.
But no, it's that was a special time. Just had a bad couple of injuries around that period as well, which absolutely killed me. And other people's form as well. I mean, you know, Joe was arguably the best keeper in Europe at the time, Joe Hart. And unfortunately for me and the likes of Fraser Forster, Ben Foster, you know, he wasn't playing at Man City at that time. So, you know, he was basically getting the games for England to keep him sharp for England because he was the outright number one, and rightly so. So that was a time I always felt I could have and probably deserved a couple of more caps than I got. But like I said, no one can take that one cap away from me, and it's something that I'll always cherish. And
well, there'll be people out there, I mean myself included, obviously there'll be times when Joe was number one for England, a bit like Jordan now, and you have a bit of dip in form for your club, and the next person in line, everyone's screaming he should be playing. So
yeah, I think it's important that you have got that balance of readiness. And obviously now we've got the situation, Jordan plays every week for Everton, plays every game for England. But now it's the question of, if you go into the major tournament in the summer and something happens to Jordan, obviously Aaron isn't playing at Arsenal. Nick has only just come back from injury, so whether he'll be in the squad or not. Dean Henderson's obviously back in the Crystal Palace team now. So you're going, are those goalkeepers that you've got match fit? And you know, for me, it's always a question of, if you've got a friendly, why not give them the minutes? Because you need to see them in action. You need to make sure they're comfortable for if anything happens, because you know what Jordan can do. You know what Jordan offers. Gareth Southgate knows what he offers to him, and that's not going to be, his opinion's not going to change based on one friendly. If Aaron Ramsdale has a worldie, he's not going to be England's number one for it, you know, and that's evident from the way Gareth's dealt with Jordan the whole time he's been there. So for me, it is more beneficial if those keepers can get a couple more games. But obviously time's running out now for the Euros. I think there's a couple of friendlies in the summer, so it'll be interesting to see what he does.
Bite.
That's a great shot. That's almost a gimme.
Almost.
Almost. Sit, 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 sit. Oh my God.
Effort. Take that one away.
Oh, I'll take that. 5. I'll take that. Yeah, nice. Isn't it amazing? It's downwind, but stay there.
Strike.
Stay there.
Class. How far is he hit that iron, by the way? So I'm pin high, hitting driver. I think John's hit 4 iron, and he's gone miles past the flag. He's still on the green, but yeah. Get up.
Yeah, not bad that. Fine. Yeah, great putt. Good 4. Yeah, shot. So good, man.
It's gone nowhere. So while we're here and there's not as much wind, we'll have a little look at what's in the bag, mate, because I'm seeing some nice clubs here, to be fair. Yeah. So we'll start with the driver, yeah?
So, Titleist TSI. Obviously fitted for me as well, being slightly taller.
So how long extra do you add on?
Only like half an inch, a quarter on my irons, I think. Or half an inch on my irons and then quarter on my driver, so not a massive amount.
So we've got a 10 degree TSI 3, X-Flex as well.
Yeah.
Great driver, that, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's nice. And to be fair, they when I got fitted for this, the rep told me, he was like, oh, we've got the TSR coming out in 6 weeks or whatever. But I was hitting that quite nicely, so...
Yeah, so you're happy with that?
Yeah, take that. And then I got the matching 3-wood as well, which might come out still with the X-Flex.
So you're using Tensai white as well, quite low spinning?
Yeah.
And X as well?
You know more than me. I got my, this is my love-hate club, 2 iron. For if the driver's not working, P790.
UDI?
Yeah. We
only in stiff this?
Yeah, graphite as well. So we yeah, love-hate relationship. She was stuck in the garage for a couple of years because she wasn't behaving herself, but brought her back out and she's doing all right now. So and
do you know, you just said something there. So our dispatch manager in Warrington, Mike, loves golf like more than anybody that I've ever met, right? He must have tried every club in our store, and he said to me once that he drives home from a game of golf and he has like a debrief with his clubs in the back.
I'm not that bad.
He names them all and everything, like he loves it.
That's next level, yeah. That's not. What else we got? Irons, Cobra.
Some Ford stacks, nice.
Big shout out to my mate Gareth Ducker, works at Cobra Puma, sorted me out then.
So KBS S-taper lights in stiff as well.
Yeah, really nice club.
Lovely irons,
really
then, to
nice
be fair.
club.
Very popular in store as well, the Cobra Ford stacks.
I had Mizuno before, which were also very, very nice, but getting on a bit they were, so I had to upgrade a little bit. Wedges, tailor-made. I need to upgrade my wedges really.
So R series, tour preferred.
Got a 56, a 52 and a 60.
I like the way you've kept the same shaft in your wedges as your irons as well. Like consistency is key, isn't it, in golf? Nice. You've gone 52, 56, 60.
Yeah.
And then we've got something quite special under here, haven't we?
We've got the Scotty Cameron. Again, shout out to my mate Mike Madden at Scotty Cameron for sorting me out this. It's
a special select Newport.
Yeah.
How long do you have your putter?
So this is 38 inches. So I think the standard is 34. Yeah. So and I've got the extra thick grip as well. It helps, instead of being tucked over like this on a putter, it just helps me be able to stand a bit truer on it. And I haven't sunk anything today, but as you can see, I don't think it's working too bad.
It's a proper golfer's bag though.
Thank you. I wish I was a proper golfer.
Cut a bit more.
Oh, you got a little members bounce there as well.
I think that's a lucky bounce, isn't it? So obviously we spoke a little bit about Cambridge and coming through, and Norwich as well, and Wolves, but you're at Birmingham now.
Yeah.
And obviously you've gone from being number 2 at Wolves to back to being number 1 at Birmingham.
Yeah, yeah, and that, to be fair, when I left Wolves and was thinking about where to go, if to carry on, all of this sort of thing, it was important that if I was going to go to a club, to prove to myself that I could still do it to a certain extent and still perform at a level that I deem acceptable for my standards. And I think last year I probably surpassed a lot of people's expectations. You know, I won Players Player of the Year.
You did, yeah.
You know, and it was a really good.
Again, is that an important one for you, to be voted by your colleagues essentially?
I think for me, like for most footballers, it's probably the most important one because you're spending every day with them. You know, they're seeing the work you're putting on the training pitch, the match day. You know, the impact you're having in and around on a daily basis. So yeah, for me, it is arguably the most important. I think a lot of players would agree with that. You know, this season has been challenging, I think, for a lot of people and for a lot of reasons. We had a big turnover of players in the summer, had a lot of big characters, personalities that left the club.
A couple of manager changes as well.
Manager changes, you know, a lot of disruption. Obviously, John started the season really well with us. Wayne came in, it didn't quite work, didn't click. Tony then came in and started really well under him, but then obviously his diagnosis and situation just came out of the blue to everybody. And you know, first and foremost, your health is the most important thing for himself and his family. And now obviously Gary Rowett's come in and sort of brought his own philosophies and ideas in again, which I think they're good and they're paying off for us. You know, we haven't quite got the results we wanted in the last couple of weeks, but you know, we've got one more game.
Yeah.
And it's important that we approach it in a positive manner in front of a packed out St Andrews, which, you know, I think the best games we've had this season have arguably been Sunderland at home, Preston at home and Coventry at home. All three were a sellout, the fans were amazing. So, you know, we'll need them again, and it will take everybody to be on top of their game to beat a very good Norwich side. You know.
Yeah, so it's your former club as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
it's funny how football works, isn't it?
If you've still got friends there, have a little word.
Yeah, I mean, look, a 1-0 victory for Birmingham doesn't harm anybody, does it? So. Unlucky.
Yeah, good shot.
Go. Go. Oh my God.
Take that one. Oh, that is so bad.
That the old pitching wood.
That was. So who was your team growing up? Obviously coming from the Cambridge area. Was it Cambridge or?
No, not really. Might sound like a strange one, but it was Man United.
Okay.
Because I really, like, my dad supported them, but I really liked Peter Schmeichel and Ryan Giggs. Those were my two heroes growing up. So yeah, it was always those two, and then Manchester United as a club. But then, obviously, getting into the industry and the business, you do naturally sort of lose allegiances along the way.
Do you know, this is a question that I've been meaning to ask pretty much every footballer we played so far, because I always ask them who they supported growing up. But I have been meaning to ask, does that happen? You just kind of don't support anybody?
I think so. I think eventually maybe you still have a fondness for a club and what have you, and you know you still look out for their results, but you do obviously have your own things going on with the club, whatever club you're at. So it's very difficult to have strong allegiances to anyone. You know, I played with Conor Cody at Wolves. When I first went, he's the biggest Liverpool fan I've ever seen.
You wouldn't have thought it when he went to play for Everton.
But biggest Liverpool fan. But then once we got to the Premier League, he was desperate to beat him.
Yeah.
So it's the mentality of going, but you're a Liverpool fan. He's like, nah, just want to beat him. And you know, you sort of, your whole dynamic changes from being a supporter and a fan to going, no, they're the competition. You know, that's he's got to the level where he's playing against them now, and those 3 points are more important than any allegiance to a team. So, you know, it's very strange.
I imagine it's different, obviously, for the likes of Giggs and Neville and Carragher, one club men, and they're playing for their club as well, who they support. But yeah, I imagine it odd. I could never picture myself, obviously being a massive Liverpool fan, going to play for anyone other than Liverpool and caring about it as much.
Until you're put in that position.
I suppose it's professionalism as well, because you've got your own professional pride there as well.
Opportunity knocks as well, and you know, ultimately you're going to go, well, what's best for me and my family? Is it that I don't go and play for this team because I support this team, or do I go, hey, listen, it's my career, it's a short career, I'll go and play for them, and then when I've finished, I'll still go and watch them.
Yeah.
You know.
So do you think that allegiance will come back once you stop, and you'll start watching?
I think you'll have a
your
natural allegiance, and
yeah.
I think, you know, it's like my son, for example. He's 16, but he supports Liverpool because he was born in Liverpool, even though I played at Everton. Tried to explain that one to him, but he was a bit too young at the time.
Well, he's a winner, I imagine.
But now he supports Norwich because he's lived in Norwich pretty much his whole life. He's grown up there. But now he also supports whatever team I'm at. So, you know, he's got 3 allegiances, if you like. But one of those, when I finish playing, the one that, like Birmingham now, for example, he'll drop that. Yeah. But he might still look for their results because it's held a place in his life.
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely.
Hopefully he doesn't hold a place for all the clubs I played for, otherwise he'll be checking a lot of scores. There's a lot of clubs to look for.
So you just mentioned about your footy heroes growing up. Did you have any golf heroes?
No, like I said, I didn't get into golf until I was 21. So, you know, obviously the era of Tiger Woods just dominating everything. And you know, I remember having a bet on the Masters. I think it was 07 when Mickelson hit the shot from the trees. I had a bet on Mickelson to win that, so you know, I always look for him, and you know, you have those little things, little moments in time, don't you, where you go, oh, I remember that shot, or I remember that shot, and you know, it's just a general golf fan really. I enjoy watching golf, I do, and I think the appreciation factor you have for professional golfers once you start playing it and realise how hard it is yourself, it's phenomenal. Yeah.
It's mad you saying that though, because I imagine it's the same for football as well. So like, do you not think that anyone who's professional at something makes it look so easy, don't they?
The only thing I disagree with that is because football's so reachable for everybody. Right. So you don't need. We could get a football now and play football.
Yeah, of course.
But if we didn't have a hole and a tee and clubs, we wouldn't be able to play golf.
Yeah.
Rugby, you can't really play rugby as a kid. You can throw a ball around, but you can't play a game of rugby without being on a rugby pitch with posts. So, you know, and that's why everybody's opinion about football is so strong, because it's so accessible to everybody, whereas other sports, golf being one of them.
And as you say, all you need is a football. I mean, golf can be quite expensive, can't it? Once you get your clubs and your membership, and then even so much down to you can't go and play golf if you don't have the right clothes. Yeah. Whereas, as you say, football, you can go on the street, like we all did playing football growing up as kids. It'd be a football, jumpers, and a street. Yeah. Like.
Shot. Yeah, perfect.
Strike. Yeah, great shot. Oh, I've pulled that. Distance should be okay though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's killed it, hasn't it? Yeah, take that one away.
Oh, he walked after it. You can have that one.
So, we're on the 8T. It's a par 3. Now, on the channel, on par 3s, we get everyone doing the one-arm challenge, if you're up for it.
Yeah.
So, we can play our normal ball, and then we'll just try and get you hitting a ball one-handed.
Okay.
Usually, they're not 172 yards, but this is the last par 3 on this 9 here at Enville, so we'll give it a go, shall we?
Use my driver, can't I?
Yeah, of course. Use whatever you want. I'll get over the bunker.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No. Go. Now, has anyone missed the ball on this?
Dave, about 3 times. Was it Dave? It was, wasn't it? He kept coming up and like... So I can't really give you any tips because honestly I don't know what to do, but everyone that's hit the best shots has put their left hand behind the back.
Okay.
So at first, just me thinking I would have said put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
But that seems to be a hindrance, so everyone's just done this with the left arm. And then just don't try and whack it.
Yeah. See what you mean about just feeling any looseness anywhere. Yeah. We'll put that back. Did you get the tracer on the divot? It's harder than you make it look, I'll tell you that much. Take one.
So I'd grip down a little bit as well. You have more control if you grip down. There we go. Honestly, like the fact that you've made contact on your second
It's so hard.
try is good.
That is so hard, man.
Yeah, well out. It's a little bit. Oh, not like that though. That is poor.
Great effort. Take that away.
Take it away. 9th teammate, last hole. How do you feel you've played?
I feel like I've been okay tee to green. Haven't really got the pace of the greens. I feel like I've hit some good putts, but just left them too short, and you've taken advantage of the shot holes as well, to be fair.
I did play them holes pretty well, but these greens are night and day compared to last week's with Dave. They were so fast, but these are more my speed, so I've enjoyed it.
Running true. Yeah, the course is in great condition, like you say. So
it's so nice. I feel like we're like abroad in like Canada or something. Yeah, it's so nice down here at Enville. Check it out if you haven't been. Honestly, if you've got a society or anything like that, come down here because this is phenomenal. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
And get on both courses as well, make a weekend of it.
Absolutely. So there's 4 shots in it, mate.
Yes.
Last hole, loads of trees right, which is probably, if anything, where I'll end up. But yeah, anything can happen in golf. Yeah. Especially stroke play. So.
Yeah. Still waiting for you to miss a fairway, so that'll be interesting. And he's saved his best one for the last hole. Oh, he's perfect.
Great strike. Shot.
Okay.
Absolutely. So obviously we've had a little chat about your career, and we're on the 9th hole here. So have you got any plans for when you finally decide to hang up the gloves?
Nothing concrete at the moment. Doing a couple of things. So I sort of started my B licence a couple of years ago and need to finish that really. You know, coaching's a route that I'm not overly interested in at the moment, but I'd like to get my B licence or A licence so I know I've got it to be able to use it if I need to. I'm doing another course in terms of sporting directorship at the moment, which I find really interesting via the PFA, which has been really good. That's an eye-opener, more front office if you like, upstairs at the football club and instead of on the grass stuff. But you know, I think whatever I do after I've retired, it will still involve football because it's all I've known for my whole working life. It's all I've done, and it's very hard to then come away from that when you're so used to being in one industry and one environment. So,
and are you prepared for it as well?
I think you're as prepared as you feel you can be. You know, I know there's a lot of players who will probably be quite happy to step away from football and live a normal life, if you like, and are very content in that and are looking forward to that. Other people need something to get them going and get them stimulated, whether that's in football or elsewhere. So I don't think you'll ever truly know until it happens.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, with my wife and kids and the things I'm trying to put into place, it gives me the best opportunity to be ready for it.
Well, we had a little chat off camera before about what you were doing in COVID, and you said you loved it.
Yeah.
Being at home with the wife and the kids as well.
Yeah. So I got 2 kids. So, you know, that was the lockdown was the most time we've ever spent together as a 4, as a family of 4, and we like you say, we loved it, and I know it was a terrible time for a lot of people, but to have that opportunity to be together for that period of time, you know, we'll never get that again.
Yeah.
Because our lives are moving so quickly, the kids are growing up so quickly, they're going to be doing their different things. So that, I think that side of it, and certainly that period, probably showed me and my wife that we'll be all right once I retire, because we can tolerate each other.
That's where I was getting at with that. So obviously when you do retire, you know now that, you know, with that experience through COVID and that you've got a good family behind you.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Stephen Warnock, who's an ambassador now for our company, and obviously he's released that clip with Sky Sports a couple of days ago, saying how he really struggled. We spoke to Jamie O'Hara a little bit as well, and I think he struggled a little bit. But it seems like you're prepared.
Like I said, I'd like to think I'm certainly in a good place in terms of personal life and stuff like that. But like I say, you actually never know until that situation comes around. So, you know, you look at Stephen and Jamie doing their media bits, you know, you wouldn't think anything phases them. You know, they're really good at what they're doing. So it's, I think that came as a bit of a shock to a lot of people. But like I said, you will never know how prepared you are for anything until you actually have to face it.
Yeah.
So. Oh, bloody wind.
Oh, that's thin as well.
That's worked all right though.
Class this. Great shot.
Oh, dead straight.
Hasn't moved that at all.
Take that away.
Yeah, great putt. Nice one, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Well played.
No,
Really
thanks for coming down, Paul.
No, pleasure.
I really enjoyed that.
I'd like to say I did. I enjoyed the chat. Enjoyed the chat, didn't you, the golf?
Yeah, no, we've had a good morning, haven't we?
That's good.
Afternoon. I don't even know
course.
what time it is, but that's what it's like.
You've been
when
here
you're
too long, that's why.
That's what it's like when you're on the golf course, mate. You just forget everything, don't you?
You do somewhere around here as well, somewhere like it.
It's incredible, isn't it? Massive thanks to Enville as well. I mean, this has been stunning. We're going to play the back nine anyway. We can carry on having a chat if you want.
Yeah, perfect.
But you've also brought some clubs down, haven't you, for me to take into the shop and
Got them
trade
in the car.
So we look forward to you coming up into the shop as well. But yeah, until next time, like, share, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you again.
Yeah, for you.
For me, yeah. I mean...
Was it 3?
3 keepers now, innit? 1 by 3 shots, beat 3 keepers. Who's the best keeper you play with? In golf terms, obviously.
Oh, in golf terms. Harry Burgoyne at Shrewsbury.
Okay.
Yeah. Slaps a ball, to be fair to him.
Does he, yeah?
You think I hit it high as well. Jesus, his drive will go above most of these trees, like double them. Yeah. Good striker of the ball.
We'll have to get him down.
Enjoys his golf as well.
Yeah. The Goalkeepers Union's not going to be happy about this.
Yeah, we're not forging a great reputation for ourselves.
What's Joe like as a golfer?
Joe Hart. I think he's all right, actually.
Did you play with him at Shrewsbury?
No, I wasn't there, no.
Was you not there, no?
No. Yeah, I think he's all right. Obviously, he's probably a little bit better now. He's been playing in Scotland.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the links
the
up there.
The courses up there, mate, they're incredible.
But he can play all sorts of shots.
Obviously, we're a Scottish-based company, aren't we? So our head office is in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
All the owners and that are Scottish and that. So the course up there are phenomenal. Love.
Yeah, that's on the retirement list. That little Scottish golf trip.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to go up.
Yeah, I'd enjoy that.
Go up. I'll get someone from the shop. You get Joe.
We could try and see if the keepers can redeem themselves.
Absolutely.